It's the beginner crafter. Welcome to another Crochet and Crafts Tube. Today's video is going to be quite short because I only worked on two projects. Both of them are close to being finished, but not quite. And the first one you can already see. This time I've decided to pull it already because handling it on camera, it just way too much fuss now that it's so big, so it's easier this way. And as you can see, I'm doing the border. Actually, I'm doing the last row of the border, so it's really close to getting finished. But the first row, which is the double crochets or single crochets in the US, it just took me such a long time to get through, especially on the long rows where I added extra rows. First I had to figure out how many stitches I need. I asked for advice and what I got was more or less what I did figure out myself, so that was helpful. But I did make a mistake. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And in one corner I did two, just will it focus? Yes, I did two double crochets or single crochets too few, I think, and that's why when I started doing those trebles or double stitches, double crochets in the US, I suddenly didn't have one more in here to put this chain 5 that you usually put between like every third. Here I had to put every fourth, so that's a mistake. I hope in the other corner it's not a mistake because in theory I did as many single crochets on the first long row as in the other one, but well, I know that I counted this one correctly because here everything works fine. It's every third treble as it should be, but I wonder if it will be the number I need to make the final row pattern work, which is in one chain of 5 you do treble crochets or double crochets and a peacock in between a set, and then the next chain of 5 you do, no, it's not a peacock, picot or a picot, I don't really remember the correct pronunciation of it, but you do a picot like every alternating chain of 5. And I have to say I don't like doing the picots or picots. They're just annoying to make. They don't really take a lot of time, it's just they don't really look well in my opinion. That's why I'm not happy making them. So this is what I have of the last row. As you can see, it's just part of the first side. It's the short side, and I'm getting close to half of the short side, and then I have the long side, another short side, and another long side. So that will definitely take me another 2 weeks. Well, I hope shorter than full 2 weeks, and I will do something else, but it's just that I wasn't able to do it within this time, because really those single crochets, oh, they took quite a few evenings to make, and then finding out where was the mistake, how many there are, how to make sure I have the same number on both sides. Just took a long time, so couldn't really make it. And then the other project I worked on, and this was the project I worked on at school during my free periods, are the socks. This one is the sock I showed you last time, and as you can see, it's still unfinished, and so is the second one. I mean, the second one is done, the same amount done as the first one. So I need to sew the holes in the heel and in the toes and weaving the ends. I thought I have a needle, a tapestry needle at home, and I remember it was a plastic one with a quite big eye, so that I could thread such a thick yarn through it, but I can't really find it, and I don't really want to buy a new one if I have one at home. So I haven't really been even trying to thread these and weaving the ends and sew everything together. So they are still waiting to be finished. And these are the two projects I've been working on. I really didn't have the time to work on anything else. So this is what I have. Once I finish the blanket in full, the whole border, I will show the full picture of it. I just really don't want to maneuver everything around, but you will see the blanket in full once it's finished. The socks, I guess I will also show you once I finish them what they look like without the holes and without the yarn coming out of them. But just in general, they're finished and they feel quite warm, so they should be great for winter. I mean, now we have winter, well, not astronomically, but temperatures are already more wintry in here, and in most rooms I have tiles on the floor, so they are quite cold. So warm socks would be pretty nice, and I hope they will just work great in the apartment, and my feet will feel quite warm. I don't like wearing slippers, so socks is the best I have. Actually today I'm wearing the sweater that I made myself. I finished it this year and it is actually quite warm. I wasn't expecting that, because I always thought that those crocheted things, whatever you would make of them, they have those holes just because of the way you work things, and also the yarn wasn't really a thick yarn, so I wasn't really expecting it to be such a warm sweater, and it is much warmer than like a regular top I was wearing, and it did feel cold, and I just exchanged it for the sweater, and it's really nice and cozy. So I guess I'll have to do some more sweaters, jumpers, cardigans, pullovers, whatever. I bought some yarn that I want to actually use for knitting, because I want to go back to knitting and I want to make some projects in knitting, and preferably a sweater. But this sweater actually convinced me to also crochet some more wearables like sweaters, because they really work well in winter, even if the yarn isn't super thick, because the yarn I was using was like 3 strands, so not much thicker than this one. I mean, this is I think 4 strands, but they are really thin and tightly wound. That one from the sweater was slightly thicker, so that's better. I mean, but it definitely wasn't as thick as this one from the socks. So I'm hoping the socks will actually be even warmer than the sweater. If you've liked the video, please give a thumbs up, it's always appreciated. Leave a comment down below to say anything. Any comment is appreciated. Consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see the progress of my makes. It is mostly crochet on Crochet and Crafts Tube. I do make some other crafts from time to time, and I also do Floss Tube, which is my cross stitching pictures every other week. So you can follow me as well. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!